Alright, hello. What we're going to do, I'm over in England, and I've got this acoustic here I'm borrowing, so hopefully it'll sound okay. What I'm doing is I'm going to try and show you the finger picking patterns that you should start working on to get comfortable with just general finger picking. There are basically three different patterns that you want to try and focus on. What I'm going to do is show you those over a D chord. So tune your guitar standard, be ready on a D chord, and here's what's going to happen. The first thing you have to do is decide whether or not you want to play with your thumb, your first and your second, or your thumb, first, second, and third. Okay? When we do acoustic stuff, we really don't use the pinky. What we use the pinky for is more for bracing onto the guitar. We'll use it to either grab onto the first string or kind of put it here so we can stabilize the arm. Kind of like if you were writing with a pencil, you would set your palm down and then you would write from here. You don't write like this. The same thing's happening here. When you strum, you're basically stabilizing from your elbow and moving here. But when you're picking small things or finger picking small things, it sometimes is hard to brace from the elbow because you have all these other muscles trying to lead into your fingers. So what a lot of people will do is they'll put their pinky down on the guitar and then they'll move from here. So for instance, if I was going to play this, what's happening is my pinky is set down on the guitar and I'm using my other fingers to pick the pattern. Okay, does that kind of make sense? So what we're going to do is start off with a D chord. I'm going to brace that pinky down and I'm going to show you the first pattern that you want to get used to, which is either thumb, first, second, or thumb, first, second, third. And you have to decide which one feels most comfortable to you. So what I'm going to do is place my thumb on the fourth string, my first finger on the third string, my second finger on the second string, and my ring finger on the first string. So they're really just in order. Okay, kind of like I'm doing a thumbs up. My thumb is over here, my other fingers are over here. I don't want to be like this because then my thumb would have to go underneath my fingers, which is incredibly uncomfortable. I just want to come across the guitar like I normally do, have my thumb out and my other fingers in. So my thumb can pick out here, and my fingers can pick back here. See, they're not running into each other like this. My thumb is over here. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck thumb, first, second, third. And then again, you'll notice my pinky is on the guitar. See? So you want to try and get used to doing that. I'm going thumb, first, second, third, thumb, first, second, third, thumb, first, second, third. Now the other choice would be is if you don't really like using your ring finger, you could just use these three fingers and go thumb, thumb, first, second. So you're going to double up with your thumb. Now it's really important that you explore this, because once you've made a choice, it really is going to define how you finger pick from here on out, and I can't tell you which one's better. I use both of them, as a matter of fact. You just have to kind of figure out what seems most comfortable. So the pattern itself, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you the pattern using all four fingers, thumb, first, second, third, and then you can decide whether you'd rather double up on the thumb or not, going thumb, thumb, first, second. Okay, the first one is what we're doing right now is just going towards the floor. That's what we're going to call it, is going thickest string to thinnest string. So we're going. That's the first pattern. Just practice over and over. Try and practice keeping the rhythm even. Try and practice also keeping the strings dynamic even, which means, don't press really, with the thumb and then, because then you can't hear anything. Try and keep it all even. Okay, if you want to accentuate something on purpose, that's different. But because you're, blasting one of your fingers a lot louder than the other one, that's not good. So keep them all smooth. Okay? The second pattern is going towards the ceiling. We're still going to start with the bass note, the thumb, but then we're going to head right down here and go that way. So we're going to go. So I'm going to my ring finger and then heading back up. And the third one is anything that would be in and out. So for instance, going from the fourth string to the second string, and then the third string to the first string. Or I could go 4, 1, 2, 3. Any in and out pattern. Okay, so those are the 3 patterns that you want to focus on, and you want to figure out whether or not you're going to be using 3 fingers or 4 fingers when you do these. Okay, the easiest way to decide is just keep playing that first pattern, the 1, 2, 3, 4, this one, over and over and over, and then try and do it with these fingers and decide which one feels the most comfortable to you.